The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I know I've been gone for a minute, but before anything, we're gonna have a moment of silence today, because it's been a year since my teacher passed away. I'm a little emotional today, so if I start crying, don't blame me, please. But yeah, we're gonna have a moment of silence for her real quick. I love you, Miss Weymouth. Okay, so this episode is going to be dedicated to her. I'm gonna go start to finish to how I met her and everything. Again, if I start crying, I'm not sorry. I went to People's Prep my junior year. Yeah, I went to People's Prep my junior year. I think I met her towards like the end of my junior year. I remember her with her bright red hair. I always loved her red hair. I still call her Redhead, even though she was a blonde. But you know, I still loved her red. But yeah, I met her because her and my council coach, my old council coach, they were best friends. They're best friends, and yeah, so you know how that goes. Best friends. I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but it was just today was just not my day. Like I don't know. It just wasn't my day, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just I just wasn't expecting everything to like pile up so much on me today, and on top of that, I was having really bad anxiety. I'm still having a little bit of anxiety, but not as bad as it was before. Because I was having it was like really bad to the point like I couldn't breathe. Like my hands were shaking uncontrollably, if that's a word. My hands was like shaking uncontrollably, and yeah, it was just too much. It was just too much, and I just had to let the tears out. And it's okay to cry. Don't let anybody tell you that it's something wrong with you crying. It's nothing wrong with you crying at all. Crying makes you stronger. It does not make you weak. And I hate when people say, "Oh, stop crying. Don't cry." And then just shut up, please. I can't curse, but shut up. Like, stop saying that to people. Just because your parents said that to you, keep that between you and your parents. Please. Don't bring that negative over here, please. Don't, because there's nothing wrong with you crying. You can cry. Yeah, you can't do nothing. I mean, you can't do something afterwards after you cry, but crying. Sorry, I'm scratching my eye, but crying really helps. It helps you like feel better. Yeah, I'd be feeling like my throat be like clogged up, like my head be clogged with a bunch of thoughts in my head. My throat be y'all ever see like clunks and clunks of paper just piled in one spot, just all over the place? That's how like my brain and my throat feels. Like it's like to the point I can't think straight, I can't breathe straight. So it was just like I was trying my best not to cry. I was really trying my best not to cry. But then it just came out naturally. And I just think it was just because of her and everything else. It was just a lot. And yeah, I met her in People's Prep. At first, I didn't know her that much, but until like I had class with her, I had her class. I had theater. She loved theater. Yeah, I had her theater class my second semester. I think it was my second semester. I think so. But yeah, I had her my second like semester in high school, my senior year. And I loved her. She would get on my nerves. Don't get me wrong. Miss Weymouth, Don't get me wrong. Miss Weymouth would like get on my nerves. She would get on my nerves to the point like I would want to tackle her. Seriously. Oh. But yeah. I had her my senior year. She was teaching theater. I wasn't really like a big theater person, but I was like, whatever. This is an elective. It's not really mandatory. I don't know if it was mandatory or not, but yeah, whatever. I had her. The fun was the class was fun. She got on my nerves a little bit, and she'll tell you she got on my nerves. She really did. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I got a lot to say, but it's just like my mind is just all over the place. But yeah, again, she was my theater teacher. I had her class. She really loved theater. She always knew what to do with the classes. Like, she knew how to not make it boring. And even if you wasn't a theater person, because I wasn't a theater person either, but she made me like theater. Now, am I gonna do like stages and like Wicked and stuff like that? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do all that. But she made me like her class. I remember I did a monologue for her class. I had to memorize all of it, and I was just sitting there saying like, I can't memorize all this. I can't memorize all this. I can't memorize all this. And she was like, yes, you can. You just read it, and you're gonna get it. And I remember every after lunch, I would have her after lunch, and she'll tell the kids to come in, and then she would stop me, pull me to the side, and be like, "How do I feel about it?" And I'd be like, "How do I feel about it? You really want to?" I forgot the monologue. See, sorry, Miss Wayman. See, I forgot the monologue already. See, sorry, but she would pull me to the side and be like, "How do I feel about it? You really want to know how I feel about it?" Classic. You psychology, something like that. It was something. My monologue was something like that, and I had to memorize it from start to finish. But now that I'm not in high school no more. It just went out my head. Yeah, it just flew out my daggone head, and I forgot everything. She would be so disappointed. she would be so disappointed. Like, how did you forget? It wasn't that long ago, but yeah. What other stuff she would do? Yeah, Weymouth. She was my favorite teacher. She really was. If I'm like stopping, I'm just like trying to catch my breath, because I'm still having anxiety a little bit. But yeah, Weymouth, she was my favorite teacher. I loved her to death. Even though she would get on my daggone nerves, she really would. Like, I remember one time, right? Okay, and I would admit I would be on my phone and my Apple Watch a lot in her class. Not a lot, but like sometimes. If I'm like not in the mood, I would be on my phone. Like, sneak and be on my phone. But this day I was not on my phone. I promise you I wasn't. I was just looking at the words on the laptop because the words were small and I didn't have my glasses that day. And Sevilla was behind me, so she knew I wasn't on the phone. So Weymouth was like talking. I forgot what she was talking about, but she was talking. And then she called my name. Like, she called my full name. First name, last name. I'm like, huh? And she's like, can you get off your phone? I'm like, I'm not even on. Like, I was about to start yelling. Like, I'm not even on my phone. And then Sevilla caught me, like, told me to be quiet. And she was like, she's not on her phone. She's not on her phone. I'm like, she was like, okay. And then she gave me like a look, like, don't give me that look. Because I had rolled my eyes at her. And she was like, don't roll your eyes at me. But yeah, like, she would do stuff like that, and it's like I would be mad at her, but it's like then again, it's like I can't be mad at her. She would do stuff like that, and then it's like I want to stay mad at her, but it's like I can't because it's her. Like, I remember one time, she kicked me out the class. I don't forgot what I did. I think because I had walked out and answered my phone because my mom was calling me at the time. It was like, my granddad was in the hospital before he passed away, so like, rest in peace, granddad. Before he had passed away, she was calling me back to back about like him and stuff like that. And Miss Williams gonna kick me out, and I got so mad that I just went to 3RC. I stayed in there until I was ready to go home. The next day when I had to go back to her class, I straight up walked past her. She was like, Can you come back? Kaya, come back? She told me to come back. And she was just sitting there staring at my face till I started smiling. She's like, see, you can't stay mad at me. And that is true. I can't stay mad at her. Because even though I be trying to, like, purposely stay mad at her, like, I can't stay mad at you, girl. But, yeah. Rest in peace to Miss Weymouth. I love you, Redhead. Death really, really sucks. Especially for me. Because it's so hard for me to, like, get over, like, make peace with it. Like, me personally, I can't make peace with, I just can't make peace with, I don't know. I commend people that make peace with it and just be moving on with life without their person still around them. Like, I can't do it. I commend any person that is strong enough to do it. Like, I know I'm strong, but when it comes to, like, me losing somebody I'm close with and I care about dearly, and on top of that, like, you never imagine losing that person. It's like a sucky feeling. It's like the worst feeling ever. Worst feeling ever. And I hate that we have to go through that. Like, I hate when we got to go through that. I really do. And I don't think I'm going to cry because literally when I was walking to the podcast room, I really felt like I was about to break down again. Like, that's how bad. I'm not going to say today was horrible, but today just wasn't my day. And it's okay that today wasn't my day. Have I made peace with it? Honestly, I thought I made peace with her passing. I really did. But it wasn't until today that I wasn't making peace with it. I didn't make peace with it. Because it's just like, you never expect to lose a person. You never do. And it sucks because, like, nobody knows when you're going to go with God. You never know. So, like, it's like a scary feeling. And then also at the same time, we can't question God's motive because he knows what he's doing at the end of the day. But it's like, we can't help ourselves but to ask why. Like, you can't help but to ask yourself, like, why? Like, why this early? Like, why? But, yeah. I think it hits a little bit harder for me. Yeah, hits a little harder for me because I didn't attend her balloon ceremony. I was in Philly. Yeah, I was in Philly when I found out she passed. And it was a lot of stuff that was going on. I was in Philly when she had passed away. So, and there was a lot of stuff that was already happening, already BS that was happening already when I was in Philly because I was homesick. Yeah, what happened? I was homesick. Then my family had caught COVID as well too. So that was like another icing on the cake with that. I was homesick. I didn't like the college. And then I found out Miss Weymouth passed away. I'm like, that's like the cherry on top with me at that point because it's just like, bro, it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. If then it's another, then it's another, then it's another, then it's another. It was like a lot of BS that was happening when I was in Philly. And then I couldn't get to go to her funeral because, again, I ain't have no way in back. If I did, I would have. If I did, I would have. Her balloon ceremony, I couldn't attend to that either. So it was just like a lot. Okay, but on a lighter note, again, I love you, Miss Weymouth. I miss you, Redhead. A lot. I wear red for you too. I wear red for you. Yeah. So, okay, so we're gonna get on a lighter note and talk about what I've been up to since I came back. Since I'm back now, since I've been gone. So at first things first, I was talking about mental health, but honestly, I really needed to focus on my mental health before I want to speak on everybody else's, or not everybody else's, but just like telling people how to cope with it. When I wasn't even the one coping it, I was just brushing it off to the side, and that's not okay. So there was an incident that happened that made me go back to therapy. I'm no longer in therapy because, the age limit. I got to go to somebody else. I don't know if I'm going to go back because you can't always get the good therapist. Yeah, get the good therapist. Like, that therapist I had, he was really good. Shout out to you, Jay. I don't know the thing, but shout out to you, Jay. I forgot his name, I forgot his whole name, but it's Jay. But shout out to you. He really helped me. And this is my first time, and that was my first time ever having a male therapist. I would always have female therapists, and it just wasn't it. I don't know what it was. It just, on top of that, I had therapists that was around my age, female therapists that was my age. I don't need that. Some people is better with that, but me, I need somebody older. Like, I need somebody that's older than me so they can understand a little bit more. Because somebody around my age, you can't understand what I'm going through. Because, this generation is trash. So they can't understand. Therapist. So my therapist was really helping. This new year, I set a goal for myself to get closer with God, have faith in God now, try not to overthink so much, give my overthinking, my pain to God. Also, what was my other goal? I also wanted to start YouTube, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I want to. Maybe it's because the camera quality. Yeah, maybe because I need a new camera. And I know people be like, oh, just use your phone. I don't want to use my phone. I don't want to use my phone. I'm so picky. It's I just don't want to use my phone. I just don't. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I just don't. If I had another phone, I do have another phone, but I need to get that fixed. And once I get that fixed, then, okay, I will use my old phone to record and stuff like that. But right now, I'm probably just going to get a new camera, a nice, better looking camera, and then move on with my life. And I feel like also I'll be letting my anxiety, overthinking get the best of stopping me from doing what I want to do, such as YouTube, because I don't know, because I just be overthinking a lot, and then I just be like, oh, what if nobody likes it? And then I be feeling like my energy be off sometimes, but it's just I'm an off person. So it's just they're not going to like it, they're not going to catch the vibe, and none of that. So I'm going to think about it more, and then if it happens, it happens. If it don't, then it's okay. My birthday passed January 21st. Oh, first of all, happy Black History Month. But my birthday was January 21st. Turn up, turn up. What's the... Yes, turn up. Yeah, my birthday was January 21st. I am 21. Yep, I'm 21. I feel so old, and I actually had fun this birthday. Usually I don't do anything for my birthday, but I was just like, you know what? I'm turning 21. Let me turn up. Because my plan on my birthday was just to stay in the house, honestly. Because I already had class already, so it was just like, bro, I got class and then I got homework to do, and I ain't going to want to be in the mood. But then, people talked me into doing stuff. I was like, you know what? We gonna do it. So, and also before all that, I was stressing about my birthday because I wanted to do something. I wanted to be extra. I'm an extra person. So when I'm an extra person. I like to do everything extra. And my birthday, that's on top of that. That's a cherry on top. So it's just bro, I gotta be extra for my birthday. I gotta be extra. So I was stressing left and right about it. And then in the midst of me stressing about my birthday, trying to find a good outfit, trying to find a good hair, and everything under the sun, guess what happened to me? I caught the flu, y'all. What's the, that's not, I didn't want to use that, but yeah, I caught the flu. In the midst of me, stressing about my birthday and everything under the sun, I caught the flu. So I had no other choice but to sit my butt down. I caught the flu. I think it was a week before my birthday, so that's a good thing, I guess. At least I didn't get sick of the week of my birthday and the day of, because that would have been tragic. But I caught the flu. My brother's girlfriend had the flu, and then she just gave it to all of us, basically. So, yeah. And that flu hit me hard because I never had the flu before. Like, I would get sick, and usually when I get sick, I'll usually bounce back, like, maybe, like, 2 days later or, like, maybe a day later. But, no, when I had the flu, oh, God. Oh, my God, when I tell you that hit me hard. That hit me really, really, really hard. It took me a whole week to get better. And even when I felt like even when I thought I was feeling better, I was not. I was just rushing because it's just like, bro, who wants to be sick? Especially the week before their birthday. Like, who wants to be sick? Who wants to be sick? Oh, nobody want to be sick on the week of their birthday. And on top of that, the week I got sick was the first day of classes. So I had to wait, and I had to come back the week of my birthday to start classes. So, I was already off the rip, just not in the mood because it was my birthday, and then I had classes back to back on my birthday, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. And this is what I had to come back to, child. But, yeah, I caught the flu. I don't know what was in the air, but everybody was catching the flu. Like, I don't know what was in the air. I don't know what it was, but everybody was catching the flu. I thought I was just the only one, but no, everybody was catching the flu. Like, everybody. But luckily, thank the Lord, I'm better now. I'm better. But that really hit me hard. I do not want to go through that again. I hope and pray I don't go through something like that ever again, because that was the worst. It felt like somebody was sitting on me. Like, my back was killing me. And on top of that, I was on my monthly too. So, like, top of that, with the flu, like, oh, no. Negative 0 out of 10. Do not recommend that. Do not recommend. But, yeah. What else happened? What else is happening? I'm single. There's nothing new. I'm still single. Am I the only one who just don't like men? Like, hate is a very strong word, but it's like I do. I hate their guts. It's just like they just get on my nerves. Like, if I were to take a lie detector test and be like, and if the person that's directing the lie detector test would ask me, do I hate men? If I would have sat there and said, no, I don't hate men, the lie detector would determine that was a lie. Like, I was like, bro. It's just, like, I don't know. Like, they just disgust me. Like, why can't all men just go away and just, like, some females can go away too, but they could go with them. But I think I'll be so much better without them. So much. But wouldn't we all be better without men in this world or in this planet? Agree with me? I agree. But, other than that, yeah, today I had class. It was canceled. Nobody gave me the memo. Nobody sent the email stating that the class was canceled, because I walked in mad early thinking, okay, I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna come into class late. I'm gonna come into class early. Why did I walk in? Nobody was in there. Like, nobody. I even took a video of it too. I'm like, nobody is here. Nobody gave me a memo that there was no class today. Now, the professor sent the email saying that February 5th, there will be no class. I looked at the date. It's not February 5th. It is not February 5th. It's the 3rd. So, what are we doing? Why didn't she just say Monday and Wednesday we're not going to have class? Why didn't she just say that? That would have made a lot more sense, because I would have been still knocked out in the house. I would have been still knocked out. Because, mind you, I had a 10 a.m. class. And I had to get up 5, 6 in the morning, because I had to wake up that early because I take forever to get ready. I move very slow. So by the time if I would have woke up at 8, I probably would have never left that house till like 11, and my class would have been over by then because my class is 10:15 to 10:55. I would have probably left the house like 11:30. Like, no. So I gotta get up really, really early to get ready and stuff like that when I have a 10 a.m. class. What else is new? I no longer work at the daycare I was working at. I'm not gonna get into details about it. It's just, yeah, I don't think I can talk about that, but yeah. What else? I'm not really looking for a job, but I am. I'm not really like forced to look. I'm not really like too focused on a job, only because like I want to focus on school. Like I'm trying to get this degree and then worry about this job stuff. But I don't know. I might just thug it out till then. Even though I love money, but I get money either way. But it's just extra money on the side would be so much better. But whatever. That's pretty much it. I kind of sound, I don't know why every podcast I always sound like I'm just all over the place. Because I talked about Miss Weymouth. And then I'm talking about like now what I've been up to. But I'm currently not in therapy right now. I'm searching, but not searching at the same time. I'm really using what he said, my therapist said. I'm really using it. So that's progress because I have a real bad like attitude problem. And I'm so quick. My problem is I feel like I always got to have the last word, especially when it comes to arguments, especially like with men. I'm always arguing with a man. Like I'm never arguing with like females would try to argue with me, but they will argue with me over the stupidest thing, like about stupid things that don't need to be argued about. And it's like I can't help you because I'm prettier than you. Like I can't help you with your insecurities. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna argue with a girl that because a boy that she likes likes me and he doesn't like her. That's not. Last time I checked, that's not my fault. It's not science rocket. It's called rocket science for a reason. Just move on. Just find another dude. Like it's never that serious. But with guys, I treat guys like females because like honestly that's how they act. Seriously, like that is how they act. So it's like I have no other choice but to treat them like that. And it's like maybe because like maybe my last relationship. Yeah. Maybe it's because my last relationship I had to I had to go crazy on them real quick. That's really it. I will start back doing this every Mondays. Yeah, since I only have one class Mondays and then I'm free for the rest of the day. Yeah, I'm start back doing this podcast, and this time I won't be like so dry and so like emotional cuz today was not my day. But hopefully tomorrow will be my day. Tomorrow will be my day. So before I sign off, I want to pray. This is what I'm going to start doing now. At the end of the podcast, I'm going to like end a prayer off the podcast. So everybody bow your heads or whatever. Dear God, we thank you for waking us up for another day. You continue waking us up means that you have a plan for us. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for showing your love and your gratitude towards us. And you continue to show us that the people that are for us, the people that is not. I ask that you rebuke any negative energy that the devil is trying to bring our way. I ask that you blow in positive energy and blow out the negative energy. We ask that you continue to watch over us and continue to protect us at every day, at every cost. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Oh my God. I feel like that prayer was all over the place. I'm sorry. I'll bring in a better prayer tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next Monday. But that's it. That's all, folks. Thank you for joining. Sorry that this podcast was all over the place, but this was last minute, so sorry. But have a good rest of y'all day. Bye.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.